This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. When we speak about the astrology here at the beginning, we are referring to the astrology for Aries rising placements. If you don't know your rising placement, you can check it out on Astro Charts and look it up on your birth chart, or you can check it out on Cafe Astrology's birth chart as well. They're both free birth charts. And you can find that out there. But after that, we're just going to do the tarot for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, and if you guys are wondering if I, interact with chat and stuff during this, I am doing this over on Twitch. It is where I'm going to be recording and streaming from now on. So do follow me over on Twitch. We're going to go live and do lots of fun stuff, talk about lots of different topics. And that's where we'll do all the readings. And we'll do some, free for all readings where I pull cards for people. So come on over on Twitch if you haven't. All right. And anyways, Aries rising. Let's talk about your astrology this month. I know we're starting this a little late, but we are going to talk about the beginning of the month, even though we are now at the 12th. So we have just passed or just hit that full moon in Aquarius. So starting off the month, the first week, we have a lot of stuff going on there. We have Mars, Uranus, North Node, all there in Taurus, all right there on Taurus in your second house. So for you guys, that's going to look like, what that's going to look like is spending a lot more money because, again, second house is your resources, your work, your money. And you're going to have to be spending things in that area that maybe you're just not wanting to spend, things that you weren't expecting to spend. It's like unexpected upheavals and issues and problems could be cropping up. Also be very careful. I shouldn't be telling you to be careful. We've passed that time. But if any accidents occurred, let me know, Aries. Like, that was probably the time. But it does feel like at this time, because Mars is also squaring Saturn at this moment, and that is your 10th house ruler, there could be some unexpected money or health issues or issues that are very, because 10th house is, your, like your legacy, your, what is the word I'm looking for? There's a reputation. I always see it as like your front facing self, how the public sees you, your public version, or how the public, visualizes you. It could be like your own, like think about like your Instagram profile picture versus who you are on a daily basis. So yeah, things like something with money and career that's just like kind of getting in way with each other could have just happened at the beginning of the month there, that first week of August, like the 1st through the 6th. We also have Mercury that went into Virgo at that time, or right at the end of that week there. So for you guys, that could feel a lot like rushing to get it together, trying to focus on your grind and your health, because that would be your, Virgo is your 5th house, correct? Wait, I have to think about this. Yeah, no, it's going to be, sorry, that's your 6th house. I don't know. I'm bad at math, which is why I have to count sometimes. So yeah, that's going to be all 6th house stuff. So day to day, your schedule, your work. So, and I think Mercury, Mercury is really great in Virgo because it is its domicile. You're going to see like the planet is where it should be. Virgo is where it should be. It's feeling good right there. So that it is its ruling planet. So it's going to be really focused on getting organized, making things happen, getting all the details in order. And this is going to be really prevalent this month for you guys, and it's going to be a good thing. Whenever you have Mercury transits that are in Virgo, we're getting shit organized. We're making lists, we're scheduling things out. But there could also be some money and work tension there regarding the other, issues with the Mars and Taurus going on there, okay? So we also have August 11th here, which is what was just yesterday. And if you check out any of the readings from yesterday, I did Libra through Pisces all on the full moon in Aquarius. So full moon in Aquarius there. And we also have Venus entering Leo on the 11th, 12th, okay, of August. So the Sun and Venus there for you guys are in Leo in your 5th house, and 5th house is pleasure, recreation, your hobbies, what you enjoy, sex, it's children, it's all those types of things, creativity. And so at this time, like, you could be finding you can be making some new friends there based on like new interests, things that like your hobbies or whatever it is that you enjoy are helping you to connect with maybe new friends and people. And again, also your 2nd house ruler there is going into the 5th. So yeah, again, a lot of indulgence because Venus is your 2nd house ruler because it is the ruler of Taurus. It's a good way to remember that. So that's why Taurus is, your sun, the way, if you are an Aries rising, I feel like learning your chart and astrology and houses is probably a lot easier than pretty much any other placement because that's the way it is. You're the 1st house sign. So everything kind of makes a little more sense that way. Like whereas Taurus, like you can like say like is fixed earth. It's all about money. It's usually about, you associate Tauruses with money, with food, with fixed things like that, which is all 2nd house stuff. Just a little interesting thing there if you weren't aware. So yeah. And but like this full moon is on top of Saturn, and the full, what is Aquarius for you guys? Aquarius has got to be your 11th house there. So yeah, um it's a very serious, strange feeling with friendships, probably, and trying to figure out, like, are you isolated from them? Are you not isolated? Like, where do you stand with certain people? And, maybe needing to talk to certain friendships or like a friendship group that you're feeling alienated and like a little bit further away from, a little distant from, feeling out of place, like feeling like, who am I? Where is my place here? So yeah, it's like you're really going to be focused here on this day, because again, I'm doing this on August 12th. So at this time, as I'm doing this reading, you're probably really focused on like how you are relating to or not relating to certain friendships. Like, are you connecting with these people anymore? Are you not connecting with them? How do you want to connect with friendships? You're very focused on that kind of mindset at this time and other people in your life. On August 20th, that's going to be a big day. Big dog day. It's just a lot. Because Mars goes into Gemini for 8 months. Not really great. For you guys, it's not the worst placement. I think that it's going to hit the Scorpio risings and the Cancer risings the worst. I'm not excited about it. It's going to be a 12th house situation for like too long for me. I'm not happy about that. But for you guys, your ruling planet there, Mars, is going to be in Gemini. And believe me, when Mars is in Aries, like, yes, that is my placement. I love it. Things go so fast. Like, ever since Mars has been in Taurus, it has been a struggle, I think, for everybody, and we're all just like, why can't I like get through this? Why can't I get things done? Because Mars is in Taurus and it's in detriment there, and it's not supposed to be there, and it's uncomfortable and slow and forces you to be slower and to not rush through things and not get things done at the pace you would like to. Really fun, right? So yeah, again, your ruling planet is going to be Gemini, in your third house there for 8 months. And your third house is all about technology, communication, siblings, neighbors, short distance travel, too many things. So what I see this as is like, and again, Gemini is kind of a dual bodied sign there. It is, a sign of two separate things. It is going to be really about doing two things for you in terms of communication, in terms of, maybe even short distance travel. Maybe you're taking on another job. There's something that is like going to multiply at this time in terms of this stuff. Like, I just feel like that's going to happen there. And there could be also some issues, obviously, coming up with communication, because Mars does rule conflicts, fights, issues. So again, there's going to be much more mental focus there on what you're doing each day, how you're using your energy and time, and how you're splitting it maybe in between these two separate things, like a side hustle and a job, or two separate people, whatever it might be, okay? Some of you, I feel like, are going to be getting back into like health and stuff like that. And are we spending too much time doing that versus, taking care of things at home or doing things we enjoy? There's going to be a lot of dichotomy going on. So at this time also we have Mercury entering shadow, opposite Neptune. So you're going to be feeling like something isn't really all together, like that am I being deceived? Like, what's really going on here? Because again, Mercury in Virgo is in your 6th house there. So it's going to be like, I'm getting myself together, but like, what am I missing? It's going to feel just like not, like something is off. And again, it's going to feel like there's something not going right there. Like, you're going to just feel off and like weird, and you're going to find out the truth later on. Don't worry. But you might not know the full truth, so don't go off at that time, okay? Also, August 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo. So again, that's all about the 6th house for you guys. So it's all about day to day. That's, readjusting your schedule, your habits, your routines. And it's a really wonderful new time to like introduce a new routine, introduce new habits into your life, to, set new goals. Like, maybe I've been eating like crap. I'm going to stop eating like crap. I'm going to start taking walks every day. I'm going to do something like that. But it's going to be squaring Mars. So you're going to be trying to make everything happen and get all this stuff like in there at the right time and make it all correct. But you're going to have issues with communication. Like I said, with Mars being in Gemini, you're going to have issues with this kind of stuff, with making things happen. Really, there's going to be conflict, there's going to be issues there, and you're just going to kind of have to accept it. All right. Mercury is also going into Libra and into shadow at that time, kind of towards the end of the month there. And that's going to, again, bring your focus more to balance in relationships, because that's your 7th house. So think back also to what was going on in the fall of like 2021 for you guys for relationships, because it's going to relate back to what was happening there astrologically. All right. So Aries risings, those are your astrological messages. That's how the month is playing out for you guys astrologically. And now we are going to, I might even have to put my hair up in a little bit. It's kind of getting kind of warm here. And now we are going to get into your tarot reading, okay? So I'm just going to move over just a little bit so I have some room over here. I'm going to move my tea because I don't want it to drip on the cards. It's like a passion fruit tea. It's so good. All right, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to be using, we're going to use the Tarot Muka because why not? Tarot Muka for you guys. All right. And if you want to see what that looks like, it's right here. The book, it's really, really nice. I don't know, I'm just feeling it. It's very summery. It's very gold and summery, and I tend to use like very summery decks during the summer. Let me know what your favorite decks are in the comments, guys. I would love to know. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2022. Okay. Oh my gosh, Aries. Okay. Wow. Ooh, okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's way too many at once, guys. I need just one. Oh my god. You're meant to come out, you'll pop back out. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys are like popping off here. Okay, let me just pull a few more. Sorry, my table's like over here. When I move and get to my final destination, I will make sure I get a desk. We're gonna have a much better setup, but until then, we deal with what we deal with. I'm not a fancy lady. Okay. I'm sorry if it's loud. Fortunately, it's just where I live right now. And people in Florida love to make sure their cards are extremely loud, which is just like, isn't that nice? Like, don't you really want your card to be as loud as possible? Like, that's the point of it, right? Anyways, so Aries, let's talk. I know you are not in a good vibe right now. All right, Aries, that's okay. I just feel like you're not. I mean, like I said, around this full moon, with your astrology, at least with Aries rising, it's like there's a deep sense of alienation here when your first card out is the Five of Pentacles. We are not feeling connected to other people. However, what the Five of Pentacles is also, again, this real feeling of loss of like, I don't have enough money. How am I supposed to do this? Like, what am I supposed to do here? I almost get for some of you, it's like you need the money, you need to do this stuff, and you just don't want to do this anymore. I don't know if it's like the job or like your boss, wherever the situation is here. You're not, this is not enjoyable. You're feeling really alone and isolated, and you're trying to figure out why is this at this time? What has isolated me from other people? And I think, I mean, yes, we're gonna be like we're gonna be don't indulge on too much stuff. I feel like for some of you, like this is the result of indulging away too much money. However, I see for a lot of you, this is like I'm no longer hearing from these people that I thought we were friends, and I'm just wondering why. I don't really get it anymore. You know, like I don't get it. Like, what did I do? What happened? What alienated me from them? And I think, again, I don't want to like say because obviously it's gonna be different for a lot of you, but when the I don't know. I don't really want to look at. I'm not going to look too deeply at the why of that because I think it'll be different for all of you. If you want to like look into something like that deep, you can get a private reading. I think that'll be a little more relevant to you. I'll pull a couple of cards, but I just feel like we haven't heard from people, or if we have, like, there's just like this lack of. It's like you had. I don't know. It's like there's been a falling out. I just feel like there's been a major falling out with somebody here, with a friend group or a specific friend, somebody that you have not heard from. But you, with that Page of Wands reverse, I just feel like there's this weird feeling of like I want to say something to them, but I don't, and I'm not going to. But like maybe I wish that they would say something to me, and it's like you can't. It's that's being in that mental headspace of back and forth of like they should be talking to me and like all the, like they need to reach out to me and all this stuff. It's not good for you, and it's not going to bring them back. There's been a significant ending here, and them not reaching out to you, to me, is very much like saying they're not pursuing this friendship anymore. So if, to me, this is kind of, I feel like you feeling very isolated and alone because a certain friendship has been cut off, a certain relationship in your life has been severed and ended, and you might feel on the betrayal end of it and not understand why. So let's look a little bit at like why this might have happened, anything that we need to know about that, because I feel like for you guys that's really coming up here at this full moon. Like maybe we've just gone different ways, we're different people, we are not enjoying the same things anymore. What connects us is no longer there. Like this could be like I had a friend, like, you know, you have a friend from college and you're no longer connected anymore. Like you've fallen out with that person and you might be like, I wish it hadn't been that way. Yeah, it has something to do with friendships there with the Three of Cups. It has something to do with that. And you might feel you've lost other friends or a group of people or other closeness, close camaraderie or relationships with other people that you thought you were friends with because of this specific falling out, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, like that's really significant here. This is a significant point of pain for you guys. That's for sure. Because you get that the Seven of Swords reverse and then the Tower as well there. So to me, if this could even be something that already happened, but for some reason this is coming up very intensely and emotionally for you at this time. And I just feel like there's like this sense of this reveal of like, why did this happen? Like what happened there? Like, and if you push the bear, you're going to get the full story, and I don't think you're going to like it. So yes, you can reach out to this person and have another conversation. I don't think it's going to go the way you want it to. I think this person has cut off the relationship for their own reasons, whether it was like you or them, or maybe it was both. I don't want to like point fingers, but this feels very much like this is no longer, and you just have to like move on from this and let it go. Sometimes you fall out of friendships, sometimes those people are not meant to be in your life forever, and I'm sorry, but it's just like this was not stable to begin with, and it's over, is what that feels like to me. With that Seven of Swords reverse and the Tower, it's like you blew that up. Again, I'm not saying like you did. It could have been another person, whatever, but it's like that's done. To them, it's done. To them, the Tower has, come down, and an unstable aspect of your relationship has completely ended, and you guys are not in connection like that anymore. And that's okay. All right? So that's really where you're at this moment. That's probably your main focus. However, you have some other stuff here going on in terms of career, life, things like that, where I think some of you guys are considering where you are, like physically, in terms of, I feel like some of you are considering like, am I going to live here? Am I not going to live here? Kind of things. Because you get that Four of Cups, the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, and then the Four of Cups there. Where is that? Yeah. Ugh, keep holding it backwards. But yeah, the Chariot is there to say, like, I just feel like you're at this crossroads kind of thing of like, am I really going the direction that I want to? I feel like there's a lot of questioning. Am I, should I be going for this other thing? Should I be putting more effort and time into something that I really want to do? Or should I just continue on the path that I'm on? And I feel like, again, with that Chariot card there, it just feels like I always see that as like you're trying to go towards one goal, but like there's something that you are doing that is dragging you towards something else. Like you are working against yourself. You're kind of self-sabotaging without realizing it and driving yourself in circles instead of going in the direction you want to go in. And that's what I get there with the Chariot, as well as with that Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. I just feel like we can see that we're not happy, but we're not really doing anything to change that. Like there is an idea, there's something it feels like you want to do, that you're interested in, that you're excited about. And I'm not really sure if you're going to do that, is the kind of thing. It's like, I'm not sure, but it's like the more you hem and haw at this, the more you stay in this Chariot state. And again, the Chariot isn't always a bad thing, but I just feel like you're going forward without really any set destination in mind. If that, like, if in a very, and I mean that in like a more esoteric way. It doesn't have to be like you've gone somewhere and you don't know where you're going. It's just you don't know where this is going to take you, and you're not really about it right now. You're not really about figuring it out. Like you're aware of it and you're not really doing anything about it. And but I do see like something shifting. It's like with that Eight of Swords reversed, the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, I feel like there is this. Let me actually pull one more here. I just feel like there is a reveal of something like where you thought you were stuck. It's like, I love the Four of Cups upright to the Eight of Swords reversed. Like there is a shift here of like, I am not stuck, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm stuck. I'm going to make a plan, and I'm going to get where I'm going. I'm going to sort this shit out, and I'm going to start doing it step by step, even in the small ways. Because again, Mars and Taurus is tough, especially for you guys. It's a tough placement. And when it's there, things are not moving forward the way you want them to. Everything feels difficult. We don't have the energy. We don't feel like we have the time. We don't want to do it. And yeah, with that Eight of Swords and then the Knight of Pentacles coming out right next to it there, I love that. I love this kind of like this flow here when we get from the Four of Cups to that. That's a big deal. Like that is a major shift there from the Four of Cups to that Eight of Swords reversed. Because when Eight of Swords is upright, like you can get out of that situation. You can, but when it is reversed, you've wriggled your way loose and realized like I let myself be stuck with my own indecision, with my own inability to see a way forward. My own shit here kept me stuck. And this is seeing your way out of it. And I really, really love that for you guys. I really feel like that's obviously a major shift. We're changing. We're making some type of plan there with that Knight of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands shows up after that with the Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands reversed. So I feel like keep your heart and your mind open. Things are changing really nicely for you guys at this time. Because the Four of Wands, I like that's like finding peace where you're at. Finding a way to make it work. And also I feel like there's like this connection that you build or an offer that you get, because I love the Two of Cups. Like, 'cause I wasn't focusing on love in this situation. I'm focusing on your life path, your career, work stuff. Like I'm never like, I don't know. I focus on the love stuff separately, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But there's something coming here that feels like a really wonderful offer to help get you to where you want to be. Because Four of Wands to me is like, I want to be celebrating. I want to be happy, and I want to be happy where I'm at. Like, I also see that as like a very happy home card, parties, things like that. And it could even be that you're meeting somebody that offers you a job or offers you a new connection here. Something that opens up your world and your life path, like where you're going to live, what you're going to do, your career visions for yourself. So I just feel like there's somebody coming in here, but you cannot have your guard up and be ready for the worst. With that, I know that you're in a bad mood here in mid-month because if you feel like you've been betrayed, or maybe you have been betrayed, you've been stabbed in the back here, or you feel that way, like you feel like you're alone, you're isolated, people have hurt you, you might not want to trust people by the end of the month. However, for you guys, I do see like having an open heart and an open mind, and not, slapping down the first person that comes to talk to you because what they say sounds too good to be true. Don't do that. It's going to go the wrong way for you guys. Like, things look really good. Trust it. You have something really nice coming in here. Two of Cups to me is an equal offer of something that you really want and they really want you. So that is good. In terms of love and romance, my loves, Um, we have some. If you guys are in a relationship, I just want to say you're gonna go through some shit, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna see like what was going on here. That maybe some fears, some worries from other people, or from a situation that is outside of yourself are really what are getting in the way and bringing out this like nastiness in your partner or between you guys. So that like I see this as more of like don't really worry that much. Like if anything, like I feel like you guys need to take some rest time together. The Judgment card is there with the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords. Like there's a lot of change moving forward in a new direction. For it feels like one or both of you. It feels like for some of you it's your partner and it's putting a lot of stress and strain on them as well as the relationship. And you might need to tell them to rest. But the Four of Swords is like taking a step back to me, giving each other the space that we need and making sure that we're getting the rest and the care for our within ourselves that we need. Like we're taking care of ourselves and our partner is being taken care of and they are taking care of themselves as well. If you guys are single, we'll talk about that after. I'm gonna continue just talking about this really quick. But yeah, like as you can see, like with the sun coming out, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the moon, I really feel like boom, like you finally see like there's clarity, there's light, there's understanding that they're going through their own thing. It might not be fully clear, like they might communicate, they're going through this, that's why they're snappy, that's why this is going on. Or maybe you're also realizing this about yourself, like, oh, I'm sorry, like I realized I've been like this and I didn't realize I wasn't really working through these emotions or working through this situation that I needed to. And I do see that as like you guys will be able to deal with that. You're gonna be okay. It's going to be you're going to understand each other and be able to see eye to eye. And if you are in, or if you are not in a relationship, I do feel like get out there, but don't get out there too. Like, that something needs to change, so do change. Approach dating differently. Approach this relationship or this person that you like now differently. And don't rush into it, Aries. I know you guys love to, you're like, I want this, so I'm going to run at it and I'm going to grab it and it's mine and I'm so excited. You don't need to do that. You're okay. It's still going to be there. Do not rush at it. It's going to be fine. It's going to work out. You just have to have a little bit more patience here. And if you start to freak out, you feel like this person's pulling away, what's going on here? You just have to know the energy is off right now for everybody. Everybody's kind of going through their own things and it's not all about you. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, is like they're not upset with you. The issue doesn't really seem like it has anything to do with you. It does seem like this will be like, again, resolved. Like, don't get in your head about it, the Nine of Swords reverse. It's other fear, it's your own fears coming out, like, and you have to really look at like why you're freaking out, because this person's reacting or being this certain way, taking time for themselves. Like, they're not really rushing at it. It's like it can make you feel insecure, but you don't need to feel insecure. Like, it's going to be, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to hit that. It's going to be okay. And again, there with the Fool and the Ace of Wands, like that is a brand new beginning. In terms of love and relationship, like by the end of this month, I feel like you are ready for a new passionate beginning, whether it's with the person that you're with, like you're wanting to, do things in a different way, like be a little bit more fun, have a little more adventure. Like there's a lot of like energy to like have more fun and be more lighthearted and not try to lock it down. Just, yeah, again, Scorpio season, cuffing season is coming up. Take your time. We'll get there, okay? Let's pull a couple of Romance Angel Oracle cards and a Power Deck card, and then we will be done with the Aries reading for August 2022. Okay? So, love and romance for Aries. And all my Aries in the chat, please stand up. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Love messages for August. Ooh, this one is popular this month, I feel like. Love messages for Aries. Yeah, and again, for some of you, this might be what the situation is. Like, you're getting over an unrecruited love, or that's what's, making you afraid to go for what you're going for now. For some of you, it could just be that you have an unrecruited love situation, whether it's somebody's approaching you and you're like, bye. Like, that's, again, I'm ready to go my own way. You're kind of a nightmare, and I don't really want this anymore. You might, again, for some of you, you might see like, I don't want to date this person anymore. They're a nightmare. I'm going off. That's also a very big possibility there. But yeah, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yikes. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So again, don't worry. Divine timing is at work. English. I just stuttered and became a machine. I'm sorry. There's so many ADHD. I'm like, there's just so many fire trucks going by without, I don't know, it's just really weird. Like, there's a lot of cops and fire trucks out there, and I'm like, I hope everything's cool. But anyways, yeah. New beginnings, worth waiting for. Don't worry. You have a new beginning. You have somebody that's going to strike the passion, or you're going to get out there and be attracting everybody by the end of this month and into September. So don't worry, guys, okay? Worth waiting for. Let's go on to your power deck card. Okay. Excuse me, itchy nose. Perfection, number 17. All right, so dream your passion, fly away, go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires. Meet them and conquer them. What pain from childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most secret fears and find the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. Face what upsets you the most. It is a great teacher. Give away whatever is holding you back: insecurities, ego, fear of failure or of not being loved, fear of being alone, and be reborn into a new state of perfection. So, yeah, beautiful messages here, Aries. I feel like this is not really a bad month for you guys. And again, if you have not, guys, do make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Give me a comment and a like. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you haven't, do follow me over on Twitch. We're doing a lot more streaming over there. It's where I will be doing the streamings or the streams of my monthly readings, as well as plenty of other astrology and tarot content and all other types of really fun content. I really wanted to branch out, which is why I moved out to Twitch. So do join me over there. We have a lot of fun, and I find that Twitch is a little better than YouTube these days. But yeah, and if you haven't, do make sure to follow me over on Twitter at DQ Tarot and on Instagram at DQ Tarot. No caps, no spaces on both of those, because I post and I go live on there. And if you want to book a private reading, you can DM me at my Instagram, or you can email me at dqtarot@gmail.com. We're doing half-hour and 1-hour readings if you would like to book a reading. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful month, Aries.